behind quite a few other events, most recently Miss Southern Africa. Tell us about Zimbabwe Achievers Awards. What's that about?
Yeah, Zimbabwe Achievers Awards basically is an initiative that I started, I'll say 2 years back. It's a way to try and recognize Zimbabweans who are out there.
I was one of the few people who were at Miss Southern Africa, and I have to say that I was a bit skeptical. I was there at about 10 o'clock and they were still setting up all the DJ equipment. And you are the man who runs that franchise, or formerly.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
Why should people come to the Zimbabwe Achievers Awards? What's going to make it different from Miss Southern Africa?
Well, first of all, Zimbabwe Achievers Awards being a very important community event. And if you were there last year, or if you've seen the video for last year, it's something that we really take serious. So it's about delivering for the community. Yeah. So it's beyond. This is not about Conrad. Yeah. There's a whole team of people working behind the scenes, putting it together. So that way, we make sure that we meet certain standards, international standards. And as you know, though we're saying Zimbabwe Achievers Awards, we're not only aiming at Zimbabwe, we're aiming at Africa as a whole, friends of Zimbabwe, so it's not only about Zimbabwe, so to speak. Okay. Yeah.
And so, I understand with the whole setup of the whole show, you've got a different way of judging who wins the awards. So it's open to a public vote, then from the public vote you've got a panel of people who are going to sit down and decide who the winner is. Now, there were a few comments last year about the whole process, where you had some businesses which won awards, but the next year they went bust. So how are you going to make sure that businesses which win awards have some sort of longevity?
Yeah, no, I mean that's what we emphasize on. It's not about a popularity contest here. It's not about someone who's popular on Facebook who's necessarily going to win an award. So the panel is there to make sure they see everyone's profile, they look at what they've done, where they're going. So it's part of the improvement, but basically we do also have like an independent auditor, and the panel would look again, especially on the merits. So it's not about the vote do count, but again the panel will look beyond the votes as well.
Last year you had Andy Flower, your Shirai from the Noises. What can we expect this year?
Yeah, I expect more of the same. I don't want to reveal a name yet, but expect a Zimbabwean business icon, probably one of the biggest.
Chiago?
Not yet. You won't get a visa, but no. But expect someone who everyone looks up to. If he stands for president, I'm sure you would. But it's a Zimbabwean icon who, fortunately, is living in London now. Okay. But it's a secret. But to be revealed on the day, or towards the time. But expect a tycoon from Zimbabwe business, and expect a supermodel from Zimbabwe. I'm not going to say names, but if you Google supermodel from Zimbabwe, you'll see her.
That sounds really good. Now the theme about the whole show today is life, love, and fashion, and we're focusing on fashion. And today we're talking about the first date. I know yourself, you can't comment much on that, but there are a lot of young guys watching this right now who really don't know how to treat a woman. What tips would you give to a guy watching this right now who is about to go on the first date?
Listen, you gotta smell good. Make sure invest in the cologne. Make sure invest in a nice suit or at least a velvet jacket, and take this on to a decent restaurant. No Nando's even in case. Don't go to Nando's on the first date.
But it's a recession. That's a recession.
It's a recession. But look, if there's Groupon these days. There's Groupon, there's Afro Global Marketing. They can give you tips on where you can get discounted restaurant. But don't go to Nando's on your first date.
Okay, so Zimbabwe Achievers Awards. When is that going to be and where is it going to be exactly?
Yeah, it's going to be on the Saturday 28th of April. It's at Grange Tower Bridge Hotel. And obviously, if you were there last year in terms of moving up, we've moved up, we've touched up the venue. Yeah, from a beautiful venue to even a better venue. So expect red carpet. I'm sure you'll be there yourself on the red carpet. But expect, more or less the same like last year, but moving it up.
And the price, how much is that going to be?
Okay, it's not coming cheap, and the ticket is £80. I know a lot of people will say wow, but it's very important what I'm saying to people, especially Zimbabweans, that we should not undervalue what we do. You know, just because we're Zimbabweans, we shouldn't expect £20 events all the time.
Yeah.
And besides, if you pay for £20, you will not expect the same standard.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-star hotel, comes with a sumptuous 3-course meal. It's got champagne reception, you know, and expect the who's who. So if you're gonna invest £80 on the tickets, you know what I mean, it means the people who are investing are, you know what I mean, are people who are worth meeting. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna, I don't want to say riff-raffs, but you know that if you spend your £80, you're gonna meet someone who's very serious, who are either doing business or, you know, Zimbabweans were doing it our way. Yeah, it's a small investment.
So it's a good place for ladies who have just dropped by the recession to find a guy with a good job.
And you know what? I'll tell you something which will surprise you. Actually, it's the other way around now. Zimbabwe, actually men will be looking for Zimbabwean because Zimbabwean women are doing amazing stuff. You see with the nominees.
African women.
In general, yeah, in general, women are doing better than men. School, work, so it's the other way around. And guess what? Like even last year, we sold more VIP tickets, which were about £60, 65, more to the ladies than to the guys. So expect to see more ladies on the night.
That's definitely true because all the women have got the visas. So it's a terrible situation right now.
It is, yeah.
But I guess the whole point of Zimbabwe Achievers Awards is to highlight the talent out there and motivate some of the younger people to come out and work harder. So what messages can you give to the young people watching this right now who are struggling in life? You know, we've got a recession right now, not many jobs going about. How important is it to be an entrepreneur?
It's not easy. That's one thing that I'll say. It's not easy, and probably that's the reason why we do the awards, so that at least people are trying to recognize them. And what's important, especially even if you make the shortlist and don't win, it means you're being recognized. You've done something. That's why you're on the list. So in that alone, it's a win, so to speak. You know, you can use that to say I've been nominated for ZAA. It means out of 1,000 entries, you made maybe in the top 5. And to the budding guys who are coming up, it's a long journey, but part of it, you know, I like to use an example. You know, people like Stride, for example, who, if you look at it from the education side, he's done his masters. So just look at where you are. You could be in grade 1, but you know, you take those steps. So you have to take the baby steps. You have to go through the growing pains. It's not going to be easy, and then you go to your agency, you do your O-level, you do your degree, and you get your masters. But you have to follow that. So you can't run, you know, before you start. You know, you have to crawl, walk, and then run.
Yeah, and you know, today is all about fashion and it's all about style. And you're a man who is, you know, every time I see you, you're always wearing the suit. You know,
the dark suit.
The dark suit.
Yeah.
So what kind of fashion tips, you know, can you give to those guys? Well, no offense, who are approaching those middle years, edging towards 40. What kind of tips can you give?
I'm not anywhere near 40.
No, really, because I look at my dad. He's always wearing those baggy suits, you know, those deep Harleys cut suits. And I'm thinking, what kind of tips can you give to the modern man?
Yeah, listen, never go wrong with the dark suits. You know, black, navy blue, you never get wrong. And you know, it's gotta be slim, you know, nice fitting, normal baggy stuff, and invest in a decent shoe. So girls, the only two things that girls look for is what shoe you're wearing. And I'm sure if any ladies here don't agree with me, they look at the shoe and with the dark suit, a tight fitting suit, you can never go wrong.
No, you can never go wrong. As you can see, I don't have to say anything else. But it's great to have you, Conrad, and looking forward to the Zimbabwe Achievers.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much.